Welcome to the Discover Universal podcast. Keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle. And watch your step on the moving walkway because we're taking you park to park to prepare you for your next visit. Let's Discover Universal.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Discover Universal podcast. I'm David, and you haven't seen a dragon, have you?
Hi, I'm Kari, and...
Oh, we found it.
I think we did.
Was.
It just flew by her. It's crazy. Wild. We are talking about Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. To me, the crown jewel of Hogwarts Castle.
Oh, yes.
Over at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Hogsmeade.
My favorite ride, hands down, in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, either park, either land.
Wow, really?
I know that's a bold claim.
That's a big deal.
But I think they knocked it out of the park with this one.
They really did.
An incredible ride. It takes you on a journey with the characters from your beloved Harry Potter franchise.
Yep.
Through some of the locations that you will love and recognize. And we're going to take you through it today.
You bet. We're heading over to Universal's Islands of Adventure to check out the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Hogsmeade inside Hogwarts Castle, where we get to ride Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey.
That's right. We walked the queue. We rode the ride. We had some lunch.
Yeah,
we hung out in
did.
Hogsmeade.
Oh, yeah. That was a blast.
So I hope you're ready to get magical.
Get your wands at the ready. Disclaimer for everybody listening. We are about to launch into Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey ride experience. So, spoilers ahead.
Yes.
We're not going to give away everything, but we definitely are really excited to talk about all the elements of the attraction. So, listeners, beware if you don't want to hear spoilers.
Or you can listen and then just use an obliviate spell on yourself afterwards to forget everything we said.
Even smarter. I
Yeah.
love that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, David, for our friends that have never been to Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey,
Gasp.
what are you doing, first
Come
of
on.
all? Second of all, what can they expect when they go to this attraction?
This is, I'm going to be honest, this is not an easy one to describe.
I would agree.
There's a lot going on this attraction.
I have to say, from my perspective, probably the most original ride I've ever experienced. So let's break it down.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of elements that are combined into one. And that's why it is one of my favorite rides.
Absolutely.
So you have the dark ride, kind of overall general. That's when you're, inside, moving through scenery, moving through sets, moving through a story, right? The ride vehicle that you're on is actually has some motion simulator elements.
You're right.
So the ride vehicle you're on is moving around while you're going through. You're going through real environments with real props or real sets and moving things and moving animated figures around you.
Yeah.
There's special effects, there's fog, there's lights, there's all this. I mean, there's so many things going on.
So much.
I mean, if you want to talk about a ride that encapsulates the Harry Potter experience, right? Magic and wizards and this incredible franchise and all these things. I mean, you kind of have to do something special. This ride is amazing. Obviously, we're here at Universal Orlando. We are talking about our beloved Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey here at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Hogsmeade in Islands of Adventure. But you can find this ride actually in many places around the world. So you can find it at Universal Studios Hollywood, Universal Studios Japan, and even at Universal Studios Beijing as part of our brand new Universal Beijing Resort.
Certainly a thrilling attraction.
And a fan favorite.
Yes.
For good reason.
You're right. Let's get into some nuts and bolts. So height requirement. You do have to be 48 inches or taller to enjoy this attraction.
Yes.
There is child swap available. There is single rider available. You can use your Universal Express Pass. There's a dedicated lane for that. There's
it.
Also, love the Universal Express Pass experience with this one.
But why would you want to?
I mean,
wouldn't you want to soak up the queue? We'll get to that later.
You're
we'll
right.
get to the queue walkthrough later.
You're absolutely right. Another cool perk about this one, if you do have any loose articles, you are going to need to put those in a locker. Trust us on this one. Make sure that you put those loose articles away because there is a lot of motion, like David said, with the ride vehicle. Luckily, those lockers are free during your ride.
Yeah. So, I do want to give a small tip about the lockers.
Yeah.
Maybe this is me on my soapbox.
Okay.
But it's, it can get crowded in there. So maybe just hand all your stuff to one designated locker person.
That's a great idea.
They can go in, stash the stuff in the lockers, and then come back out and meet you. And then you can head in through the line into the queue and onto your
unencumbered
journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good VIP tip. I love that. All right. So we've given them all of the information they need to actually get to the ride and start the queue line experience. And when I say queue line experience, look, there's a lot going on in Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey queue line. It's one of my favorite things. I am happy to wait in the queue because there is so much to look at and see in here.
You might notice when you enter Universal's Islands of Adventure, if you look across the lagoon, you'll see the majestic Hogwarts Castle over on the skyline. That's the ride. You get to go into Hogwarts.
Yes.
And so, so you get to, as part of the queue, you're exploring through all these different parts of Hogwarts Castle, which is so exciting.
Yeah, what do we know about Hogwarts Castle? It's home to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
Correct.
So we're checking out classrooms.
In fact, all of the team members that work on the ride are students at Hogwarts. They're wearing the robes. They're wearing the vests and the ties and everything.
100%.
I love it.
You can talk to those students about their house that they're in. You know, you may be in the same house as them, which is really cool. There's a lot to ask them about. You are going to get to see the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. You may get to see Dumbledore's office. You may get to see the portraits of the 4 Hogwarts founders.
That's right. They're all talking to each other.
Yeah. The cool thing about the wizard world is, those portraits talk to each other.
You get to see the herbology green rooms.
Yeah.
You're walking through let's see, like the basement where like the potions classroom is.
Yep. The Gryffindor common room.
The Gryffindor common room.
Very cool.
And then to get on the ride,
you are entering the room of requirement.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's always there for whatever you require.
It is.
And in this case, we require to go on this awesome ride.
That's right. So you've traveled through the queue, which we may get a little bit deeper into later, but that's just sort of a general overview from us. When you do get to those ride vehicles, this is where the real fun starts for me because you're seeing these enchanted benches.
That's right.
They are enchanted, and you will be traveling by Floo powder to begin your adventure, or shall I say, your forbidden journey. Let's talk about the ride experience. What can they expect to see on the ride once they are in their enchanted bench flying by Floo powder?
So you are going to be transporting throughout the castle of Hogwarts and then all around the Hogwarts grounds as well. So
and beyond.
Yeah, the ride starts in the observatory as you fly from Floo powder. And you soon start flying around with Harry and Ron. They're flying on their brooms. You're flying on your enchanted bench, of course. You run into Hagrid, who, Hagrid. He's always losing these magical creatures of his.
Hagrid.
And he has misplaced a dragon, which is not probably the creature that you'd want to lose track of.
No.
Lucky for him, we find it pretty quickly, or it finds us.
It finds us.
and then...
You got to escape, right?
That's right. It chases us down through this like bridge thing. You kind of like go through this bridge and then the dragon's there and then it goes.
What does it do?
You were better. You did a better.
One more time. That was good. You know what that sounds more like?
What?
It sounds like the spiders that you might encounter next in the Forbidden Forest.
Next.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go into the Forbidden Forest.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Let's talk spiders. So Aragog is there. Mm-hmm. That's the giant spider that lives in the Forbidden Forest.
Yeah. I would say if you are an arachnophobe, this is a particularly spooky section of the experience for you. There's some in-your-face spiders and webs happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
They even do a little like little squirt.
That's where I got the little noise.
Spritz of water in your face too.
So we end up back on the castle grounds, but we ended up in a precarious position.
Right.
We are under the Whomping Willow.
Oh. Mm-hmm. And it's trying to whomp us.
It's back in a punch.
That willow is whomping away.
Whomping.
And so
we got to go again.
These benches, they're kind of swooping, they're flying. This is one particular part where that bench leans all the way back.
You're right.
Okay. So you out-whomp the willow. You don't.
I like that.
You don't get whomped.
No whomping. They tried, but you've out-whomped them.
And then you end up in a Quidditch match.
Yeah. It's going to get interrupted.
Ooh. Not great times because the Dementors show up.
Yeah, they do. I mean, we're good targets because, we are so happy and, the Dementors, they source that happiness.
That is true.
That's the way I like to think of it.
Listen, we're at Universal Orlando. We're having a great time with our family and friends. We've had literally, the best day ever.
Yeah.
We are full of happy.
And they're like, mine.
Give me that happy. I don't want to scare anyone off from this ride, but it is Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. Mm-hmm. There are spiders, there are dragons, there are Dementors. It gets a little dark and spooky.
It does.
So if you're traveling with your young Harry Potter fans, you should still 100% ride it. It is still my favorite Harry Potter attraction experience, but it is a little spooky. And then, I don't know. I think at this point we should just leave the listeners to experience the rest of the story and the rest of the attraction for themselves. We don't want to give it all away, right, Gary?
Reminder.
Oh?
Grab your stuff.
Yeah.
Retrieve your stowed belongings. Now let's talk about this.
Stowed belongings. Where did we stow our belongings?
Well, hopefully in a locker.
Yes.
But maybe you forgot that small item, that wallet. Maybe you forgot your cell phone. Maybe you forgot your sunglasses.
My sunglasses on top of my head. I did that 4 times
happen.
today.
We know that can happen. So there is, when you get on the ride vehicle, there's a little like flap drawer on the seat of the ride vehicle that you can put some small items. Now, this isn't going to fit like a backpack, but it's going to fit a few small items.
It's not going to fit your potions book.
Nope, not going to work. For example, I actually did forget my cell phone and my sunglasses today, so I was able to put both of those items under that flap.
That is about the right size for
it
that.
Is.
Yeah,
and that's
so
about it.
It's like right behind where you sit. So you open it up, put your stuff in. But yes, it's very easy to forget. So don't forget your stuff, lest it be confiscated by Mr. Filch.
Because at the end of the ride, you are going to be whisked through Filch's emporium of confiscated goods.
You can get your robes and your scarves, all sorts of Hogwarts gear. They have some of the really cool, like Hogwarts stationery. That's one of my favorite things, like the notebooks and that kind of stuff. I just like to, while I'm doing homework, I like to pretend that it's magic instead of not.
Magical homework.
Not magic homework.
At the very least, you can take a piece of Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey home for you to enjoy anytime you were there.
Yeah.
And that's sort of the rundown.
Can I say that we were able to put on some of the Hogwarts robes?
We did.
And take some pictures.
I felt really
which was
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
I'd never worn a robe in Wizarding World of Harry Potter Hogsmeade before.
It's a little magical.
It feels...
People give you a second look. They're like, wow, they belong here.
Are they students?
Are they students?
I'm like, I'm a little old. But.
I want to say we're Hogwarts Night School.
But you can check out those souvenirs. And also, when you get out of Hogwarts Castle, back into Wizarding World of Harry Potter Hogsmeade, there's Ollivander's Wand Shop is there. There's a lot of really cool places that you can check out.
The Flight of the Hippogriff.
Oh, yes, that's right.
We rode the Flight of the Hippogriff. That was a while ago at this point. But I remember it surprised us because for those not in the know, it's sort of like a family coaster. It's smaller. It's a little gentler. But it's actually like really fun. It goes fast.
Has incredible views.
Yeah, you get this elevated view of Hogwarts Castle next to you and Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, which is on the other side. And that one, we could talk all day about that one. Maybe Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, that's its own episode.
I hope so.
We'll save that one.
I hope so.
But yes, all the town of Hogsmeade, you have Honeydukes in there, all sorts of interactive wand experiences. And of course, you have the Three Broomsticks and the Hogshead Pub where we ate lunch.
Yes. We need to talk about that shortly.
We should probably talk about that.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So we think we've given you all the information about the queue experience, about the ride experience, about the nuts and bolts, about the attraction. So hopefully you are prepared to enjoy Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey.
Oh, no, that's cool. Whoa, there he is.
I love this part.
Perfect landing every time.
Excellent. Excellent.
Don't forget your stored belongings.
Thank you.
You know, after all that adventuring through the castle and the castle grounds,
Yes.
a young witch or wizard can get a little hungry.
Yeah. So can a muggle.
It's true. Especially a muggle.
Yeah.
Especially a muggle like us.
Yeah.
So, muggles like us. We did a little lunch break. The Three Broomsticks, that is by far one of my favorite places to eat at all of Universal Orlando Resort.
You've been talking about this since first episode.
Like episode 1.
Yeah.
Guys, I feel like I've already talked about this in like at least 2 other episodes, maybe 3 other episodes.
But now we can all talk about it together.
That's right.
Because we have enjoyed your favorite dish.
That's
or
right.
Your favorite order on the menu.
It is
I'm going to let you take this away.
the Great Feast.
Woo!
I just think, listen, it's a little bit of just about everything on the menu. You get a bowl of salad. Oh, I should say, so it's a platter meant for 4 people to share. So it's big. It's got a lot of food. It has a bowl of salad. It has roast vegetables, roast potatoes. It has rotisserie chicken, and it has ribs. And ears of corn, of course.
That's
and
right.
there's enough. There's 4 of each, basically. And so you can share with 4 people. If you have a bigger family than that, they even offer an option where you can order additional portions as well, which is great. But when we went there and ate today, we ordered 1 great feast for the table to share. And then we also got a couple other things as well that we hadn't had.
Yeah. We got a rotisserie smoked chicken salad, which is
Yummy.
exactly what you think it is. It is a fresh greens with your choice of dressing with the rotisserie smoked chicken on top. We also got a really cool dish featuring one of my favorite vegan meats on property, the stewed jackfruit.
Non-meats?
Non-meats meats. We got the mushroom pie platter. It has that stewed jackfruit and mushroom in a pie served with a cucumber tomato side salad with lemon thyme vinaigrette dressing. And
It was really interesting.
very unique.
I like the flavor a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was yummy. And
But-
that little side of dressing was just delightful.
Again, to go back to the Great Feast,
Please tell us more.
I just think it's so delicious, obviously, but it's so like practical.
Yeah.
You get a ton of food. If you're there with your family, you really can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Like splitting it.
It's perfect for 4 people.
So it is plenty of food, a little something of everything. I got to say, among the delicious ribs and chicken, for me, I think the kind of hidden gem of the dish is the roast potatoes. They're seasoned potatoes. They got some roast onions, roast potatoes. Oh, they're so good.
very good. It was delicious.
I always clean those up.
I got to be honest. I'm with you on that. Especially that smoked chicken. Delicious. Delicious. I
The
had that.
salad
on top of
was
my
good.
salad.
The salad's got the
Yeah.
dressing on it.
Oh yeah, and the salad dress. It's
The
already
corn.
pre-tossed in the dressing. Really good.
I mean, what do you got to say? It's corn. And
Really nice.
it's attached to the Hogshead Pub,
Yes, it is.
which, we did not enjoy any alcoholic beverages today.
No,
As we're working.
but
But when I am here playing for fun,
yes.
that is one of my favorite stops during a day in the parks. Hogshead Pub. For our guests that are 21 and up, there are exclusive beers that are there brewed just for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
That's right.
They have the Hogshead Ale. They have the Dragon Scale. Today I tried the Pumpkin Fizz, which was a new one for me.
What did it taste like?
It tastes like pumpkin.
Okay.
So they have the pumpkin juice, right? Which is a delicious fall. And I mean, as we're recording this, it's fall, y'all.
Yeah.
So we are in pumpkin season. It is never a bad time to enjoy some pumpkin juice. It's sweet. It's nice. But the pumpkin fizz is like a carbonated version of that. So it's kind of like a sweet
pumpkin
soda. Yeah.
Yum.
It was cool.
Cool.
I liked it.
Well, I loved everything that I had for lunch. Thank you so much to the Three Broomsticks. Hey, thanks for lunch.
Well, friends, we've reached the portion of the episode where we're going to play a little trivia game.
Okay.
We love trivia here at the Discover Universal podcast.
Yes, we do.
I don't want to brag, but our producer Michelle and I went out to a bar trivia the other night, and we got every question right.
You did?
It was theme park bar trivia.
Oh,
So I would
okay.
hope we did.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I hope you did
It
well.
still counts.
It does.
Okay, so
Why didn't I get to go?
I don't know. You were busy.
I'm not very good at trivia. I think that's a problem. Nobody wants me on their team.
Well, we're about to test that.
What?
I'm about to give you an owl. An ordinary wizarding level.
In trivia?
The standardized testing that every Hogwarts student takes during their 5th year of school.
That's true.
Okay, this is not an official owl. This is not an official owl exam.
Thank goodness.
But
What do I do now?
we're going to play a little Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey trivia.
Okay.
Specifically, the Q edition.
Like in the queue line.
Like these are all items or references or things or sights or sounds that you can find in the queue of Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey
Okay.
as you're exploring the halls of Hogwarts.
I am ready for this journey.
And we have a very special lifeline for you, Carrie.
Oh.
We have a very special aid for
I'm
you.
already getting a lifeline before I've started. That's a bad sign. We know you're going to get these wrong.
Listen,
So we're giving you a resource already. What's my resource?
it turns out
What?
our illustrious executive producer, Michelle,
Yeah.
in her vast resume of experiences here at Universal Orlando, spent time as a ride operations team member at Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey.
That I did.
Is that true?
Yes, I did.
I didn't know that you did that.
Yeah, I did.
She's full of surprises.
I
You've
am.
been keeping this from me?
I've worked a lot of attractions around this resort.
It's been around. Okay.
I've been around.
So you're
What,
a valuable resource.
Yeah, so I was a student at Hogwarts.
You were?
I was in the Hufflepuff house.
I was going to ask.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. 3 houses represented here.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm a Gryffindor.
Art, are you a Ravenclaw?
I think he is.
He shrugged.
We need to round it out. So
No. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I can trust your lifelinery.
I hope so.
Okay. All right.
We did win
Off to a
bar
great start.
trivia the other day.
That's true.
So
That's true.
right.
You have
Maybe.
far more trophies than I do in the trivia
There were
department.
there were no Wizarding World of Harry Potter questions, though, as I recall.
Oh.
There were a lot
No.
of Universal Orlando questions, and we got those. All right, so let's just go on a little adventure
Let's do it.
through the queue. Okay.
Okay.
So my first question:
Yeah.
where can you find a mandrake?
That is
Do you know what a
I
mandrake is?
do. I had to take a second, and now it has come to me. The mandrake is the potted screaming plant, which tells me it would be outside in the greenhouses.
That is correct.
Ah!
Yes.
Whee!
I
Got one.
I lovingly refer to them as screaming plant babies.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's what they look like.
Question 2.
Okay.
All right, we're taking it down to the dungeons.
Oh no.
So this is like the very first part of the queue after you've put your stuff in a locker.
Mm-hmm.
There are 3, I don't know, I would say points of interest that
Okay.
you can find in the dungeons.
dungeons?
Yeah, can you name 3 of the points of interest in the dungeons? What do you see as you're walking through those things?
Okay, dungeon.
Take it back. What would be in the dungeon of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry?
Like Fluffy, the 3-headed dog.
Oh, no. There was no Fluffy.
Okay. In the dungeon,
You said one earlier while
I
we were
did?
talking. Mm-hmm.
Professor Snape.
You can find his office door.
Professor
Yes,
Snape.
I'll give you that one.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. You can find old stuff, bad old stuff.
Sure.
What else do you put in a dungeon?
One of the old stuff is a quite magical relic.
Oh!
old-
I know this.
an
I know
old
this.
magical relic.
It's the mirror of Erised. Did I say it?
True.
Oh,
You did.
oh
Well
my
done.
gosh.
Well done.
Okay. Is there a third? There's a third one.
There's a couple other things. Let's see. Do you know what subject does Professor Snape teach that might be down in the dungeon?
Well, it depends what part we're referencing because
you got me there.
he could be
Okay.
our potions professor, or
Okay.
depending where we are in the story, he could be our defense against the dark arts
that
professor.
was not till the way end.
I
All right,
know,
We're
I'm
going
just
to
saying.
the first one.
The
yeah.
potions.
Yes.
Okay, you can find potions stuff in the dungeons.
The classroom door.
Classroom.
Yeah.
Thank you for hand delivering 2 of those. Clearly, the potions classroom, Professor Snape's office, and the mirror of Erised. Final answer.
I hear, if you listen really closely, you can actually hear some of the students like inside the potions classroom.
Really?
Yeah, I got to
There's
check
a
it out.
full-on class going on?
I guess so.
Oh, mercy.
All right, moving on.
Yes.
We've covered the dungeon. We've covered the greenhouse. Now
Yes.
we're going inside of Hogwarts Castle. Okay, so where can you find the statue of a griffin, Dumbledore's pensive, and the sword of Godric Gryffindor?
That has to be Dumbledore's office.
That is correct.
And specifically with the griffin, that's the entrance to Dumbledore's
Yes.
office. Yeah.
Here's another question for you.
Okay.
Where in Hogwarts Castle can you find the skeleton of a dragon?
What?
Yeah.
Uh,
Your
In-
Hogwarts student is available if you need it.
in the castle.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm going to
win.
need you to be more specific than that.
Okay. Michelle, I would like to exercise a lifeline.
Okay.
Do you have any idea where the dragon skeleton is kept?
It's a classroom that might be very helpful while we're on the attraction.
Oh, yeah. And you've already said it.
No, it's not the potions class.
No?
The defense against the dark arts classroom.
That is correct.
Wow.
Correct.
Yeah,
Well
he's right
done.
above you. The skeleton's above
That's right.
you.
It's just hanging up there.
I don't know why I don't look up more often.
Because
when
there's
I'm-
things happening in front of
I
you.
know. I'm like, oh, there's so much going on. You just look. Here's
Well,
a VIP tip.
so
look up. Look
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
There's
to
a
see.
lot in the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. There's lots of little jars and things along the walls.
I remember the one time I was in it. It snowed.
Correct.
I was about to say there's also a unique moment that happens.
I think I just
If you
gave
look
it
at the
away.
door.
Oh.
If you look at the door, you might see some students walk out.
Or not see them.
Or not.
Because
It
they're
might
wearing.
be an invisibility cloak.
Yes.
What?
There's a lot going on here. Yeah. Yep.
I want to go back. I want to go back to the ride. I want to
Let's
see
do
it
it.
again.
Let's live there.
Okay.
Where can you find the Portrait of the Fat Lady, a Quidditch board game, and a Wizard's wireless radio?
This would be in my favorite portion of the queue line. This would be at the entrance to and inside the Gryffindor common room.
Correct. Well done.
Thanks.
I will say this Quidditch board game is a very cool Easter egg that's kind of hard to spot.
Oh.
I believe it's
Is that the
kind
one
of
that's
like,
on the top of the
Yes.
drawer, the cabinet?
Yeah, it's on the top of like dresser, but I think it's like behind you. I think it's like when you come in the room, you have to turn around and see up on top of a dresser there.
Very cool.
But it's very cool.
Also, the Gryffindor common room has a lot of moving portraits, which is really cool.
Yeah.
That's very true.
And means you're very close to riding the attraction.
Ooh.
Very close.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, because the Gryffindor common room has some like ride safety videos and explanations of what you
does.
can expect. Cool.
There's like an aviator wizard that's telling you when you're flying an enchanted bench, tuck
What to expect.
Tuck your elbows in.
Yeah.
That's a different part.
David, your impressions are on point today.
Um,
Did I win?
hey, thanks. No.
No, we have
I mean, yeah, but we're not done yet.
Okay.
You've gotten the
Do
majority.
I have to get them all to win?
Yes.
Aw.
10 points
All right.
to Gryffindor.
Points to Gryffindor. I'm playing for my house. I'm ready.
All right. Last but not least, where can you find the sorting hat?
On up.
Up.
Up. You have to look up. It's talking to you.
Correct. As it does.
It's like right before you turn left to tell the ride operator how many people are in your party. I don't know where.
And get on the ride itself.
And get on the ride.
Yes.
It's like ahead
Correct.
of you
Yeah, I'll give you
on
that.
up on a shelf on the wall, sort of.
Yeah, right before you get onto the ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where.
Exactly.
Did I get it?
Correct.
Correct. I would say right before the room of requirement.
That's true. I don't know if
okay.
you're technically
Heard.
in the room of
Yeah,
requirement
you're not
yet.
in it yet, but you're close.
That's
And
why.
he's there. And
You know,
he's
it's
talking
in
It was
away.
a
the
trick
scripts.
question. It was a trick question.
Yeah.
I tried my best.
Yeah.
I tried.
Surprise bonus question.
What?
What?
Where can you find? This is on the ride itself now.
Oh no, this is real. Okay.
You're riding an enchanted bench.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There is a place on the ride where there is a crashed and crushed enchanted bench. Do you know where it is? Where to find it?
I don't want to see that at all. If I'm
No.
riding an enchanted
I
bench.
know.
It's below you.
It is
correct.
below you.
It is below you. That's
David,
why it's kind of hard to see.
David made a mention while we were riding.
Yeah, I pointed it out.
You pointed it
I
out.
wasn't listening.
Because it's like my favorite Easter egg that I always point out.
It's on the ground
Yes.
near
Oh.
the
Ooh.
dragon.
You're
Oh,
so close. So close.
What is it?
Ask a Hogwarts student.
Oh, Lifeline, executive producer Michelle.
Yeah, it's actually laying right by the Whomping Willow.
Of course it is.
Because it got whomped.
It got whomped. That is cool. I mean, not you know, cool for the
Sorry for
riders,
them.
but yeah, that was.
It's hard to spot though because
is.
you're
You're,
kind
like,
of
leaning
Yeah,
back
you're
at
leaning
that point,
back.
yeah.
You're looking at the Whomping Willow as it's coming towards you. It's kind of scary.
I love this.
Yeah.
That's now. Okay, for our listeners out there, like now I want to go back. Like I just wrote it. Like I don't know, 2 hours ago. I want to go back and write it again so I can catch all the cool Easter eggs. And I'm sure
There's
there are
so much.
more than we're just mentioning right now.
Yes. There's
Yeah.
so many more things.
I would say this is, for me, this is a pinnacle of rewritability because there
Absolutely.
is so much to see. So it's going to make you want to write it again and again to catch all that cool stuff. Okay, most importantly,
10 points to Gryffindor for you. Maybe that's the difference. Maybe that's going to put the house, over the top in the House Cup this year.
I'm getting that
I think we have to go through the queue and see
Who's winning?
who's winning.
That's a good
Check
trivia
the house
question.
points.
Yeah.
Who's
Check the house
winning
points.
the house points?
Yeah.
Hopefully Gryffindor. Probably Gryffindor.
Probably.
Yeah, but they take a lot of
Them
points away from
goody-
Gryffindor too.
Those goody Gryffindors,
How
they're
dare
always
you?
getting
How dare you,
points.
sassy Slytherin. sassy Slytherin.
Speaking parcel tongue again.
That
Just
was
came out. I don't know what happened. That was a good trivia game.
Yeah, it's fun. There's tons of fun stuff there.
There is. And listen, we got to wrap this up. I think it's time to launch into a Take 5 rewind. That was my rewind.
That was good.
Number 1. Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey is a dark thrill ride in Universal's Islands of Adventure in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Hogsmeade. It is housed inside Hogwarts Castle. There is a single rider line, a Universal Express Pass line. Child swap is available. And remember, you do have to be 48 inches or taller in order to experience the attraction.
Number 2, if you are a fan of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, the Harry Potter films, There are tons of Easter eggs that you can find throughout the queue, throughout the ride itself, really throughout the whole land of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Hogsmeade. But keep your eyes peeled for cool magical objects, references to the films, characters, hidden gems, etc. And you know what? It's just going to make you want to come back again and again to see if you can spot things. And it's, like I said, it's a great ride too.
Number 3, you can check out a lot of cool stuff at Filch's Emporium of Confiscated Goods. That is the gift shop through which you will be filtered at the end of the ride. There are Hogwarts school supplies. You can find your house robes, house apparel, gear, your ride photo. You can check that out as well. So there's a lot to see in Filch's little cool shop there. So keep your eyes peeled.
See what you look like when you're surprised by a spider or something.
Exactly.
I think that's where it is.
Yeah.
Number 4, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Hogsmeade is an incredibly immersive land. The one here at Universal Orlando kicked off the Wizarding World of Harry Potter throughout the world. This was the first one. Mm-hmm. So there's so much to explore and so much fun to be had for fans of the Harry Potter films. And even if you're not, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We had an amazing lunch there today. There's great food. You can have drinks. Of course, there's butterbeer. You can get your butterbeer from the cart, from the Hogshead Pub, from the Three Broomsticks, all sorts of sweets over at Honeydukes. There's, you can go shopping and get all your wizarding apparel. It's great. And of course, there's other rides as well. You got the Flight of the Hippogriff and Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. You're going to want to use your interactive wands and all the windows throughout the town. There's just so much. I'm like scratching the surface here. There's so much to do. Oh, and of course, don't forget, everyone loves that bridge photo where you have a great, beautiful view of the Hogwarts Castle.
Yeah, and VIP tip, you're going to want to get there in the morning for the best lighting for the photo on the bridge.
Or golden hour in the evening.
Yeah, very smart.
Yeah.
And number 5, there, believe it or not, is more Hogsmeade entertainment to kind of round out your Wizarding World experience. Like David mentioned, there are those rides, but there's also Ollivander's Wand Shop. You can go to the Hogwarts Express and meet the conductor. You can experience the Triwizard Spirit Rally. There is the Frog Choir. Also, on select nights, there are seasonal offerings at the castle. There's the Dark Arts at Hogwarts Castle featuring Dementors, Death Eaters, other unspeakable creatures all over during the Halloween season. And during holidays at Universal, they have a beautiful show on select nights called The Magic of Christmas at Hogwarts Castle. So there's a lot going on in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Hogsmeade. Take advantage of all those amazing entertainment interactions. We did it. David, there's so much cool stuff.
So much.
We did it. Whee! David, I'm exhausted.
I'm all magicked out.
Me too. No such thing.
Never.
No such thing. No, we
Do you
are.
know what? I think I just need a fresh butterbeer. Get a second wind.
There you go.
Yeah.
Time to re-ride. Let's do it. Let's go check out some more Easter eggs. Thank you so much, of course, to you, David, as my co-host. And also thank you to executive producer Michelle, sound engineer Art, and to all of our amazing listeners of the Discover Universal family.
Did you love this episode? Leave us a review and don't forget to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. Want to learn more about Universal destinations and experiences? Head to the show notes for more information, including the Discover Universal blog with links to articles, videos, and this podcast.